At night, the stars are clearer than usual, scattered like glowing ashes across the dark sky. Among them, a strange and massive star catches a girl's eye, its light unfamiliar, almost alive. Something stirs within her eye meets with the unseen. In that quiet moment, she makes a decision. She will become their bride. The scene transitions to a school's urgent announcement about a school-wide assembly. All students are instructed to gather in the gymnasium during first period. As the halls begin to stir, murmurs spread quickly. Some students feel lucky to skip class, others complain that something else will likely be forced on them. Amid the crowd, a boy accidentally bumps into a tall girl. Though he offers an apology, whispers begin to follow her. Her height, her appearance, her silence, they all attract attention. Many students quietly admire her from afar, labeling Teradate San as cool but distant, someone always alone, hard to approach, surrounded by an invisible wall. Teradate is 16 years old and in her first year of high school. Since entering this school, where none of her old classmates are present, she has remained isolated. No friends, no conversations. Her quiet presence goes unnoticed, her world confined to solitude. She avoids interactions, believing it's safer to stay alone than to risk being hurt by others. Even in moments of gossip about viral media, she remains detached, having not looked at her phone or TV in a long time. The moon above gives her peace, a quiet detachment from a world that feels too chaotic to connect with. In the gymnasium, the principal opens the emergency assembly. With his usual volume, he announces what seems absurd: confirmation of a UFO landing on Earth last month. As skeptical murmurs spread through the crowd, he explains that the alien traveler on board has come in peace, to exchange cultures with humans. The shock deepens as it is revealed that the alien will be attending their school as an exchange student. All eyes turn as a tall, radiant figure steps forward. She introduces herself as Lulu Silamo, the 13th princess of the planet Andacamula, bearing a name as elaborate as her presence. Her purpose is clear: she has come to Earth as a bride. Teradate feels the tension twist into confusion when the princess looks straight at her. The moment stretches thin as the girl makes her way over, declaring Teradate as her chosen partner. Afterwards, sitting in an office, the principal and representatives from a strange planetary association step in, handing over formal cards. They explain that this is a marriage arrangement in the name of cultural unity, and Teradate Tensum has somehow been selected. Teradate cannot understand why. The princess claimed it was because their eyes met, from across the stars, from one distant place to another. The girl insists that this singular moment of connection is enough. Though Teradate denies any knowledge or consent, the explanation remains unchanged. She had looked up into the sky, and that moment sealed everything. Despite his confusion, the principal requests that Teradate escort the princess for the rest of the school day, while adults discuss the situation further. With no other choice, she complies. As they walk together, she tries to process the overwhelming day. Her classmates continue gossiping and speculating. One boy tries to retrieve a ball that rolls toward her, only for the ball to suddenly explode as she kicks it. In the science lab, a mishap with a microwave causes another burst. Frogs meant for dissection start to move, and butterflies appear where they shouldn't. Students back away in fear, unsettled by the strange occurrences surrounding her. Despite all of this, Teradate notices her reactions. The princess remains apologetic, confused, and vulnerable. Not once does she seem malicious or hostile. Teradate starts to wonder whether people are projecting fear onto someone who isn't trying to hurt anyone at all. Even after multiple accidents, she only seems sad and curled up, avoiding eye contact, afraid of being judged. Later, during lunch, Teradate offers to eat together. The girl is surprised but accepts. As they sit down, he offers her some of his homemade food, seeing how she struggles with chopsticks. She accepts happily and compliments her cooking. For a moment, the space between them feels normal. She smiles, enjoys her food, and praises the flavor she has never tasted before. Teradate realizes that beneath the alien origin and extraordinary title, she's just a girl, unfamiliar with Earth but eager to connect. Throughout the day, she remains cheerful beside her, even as rumors continue. Teradate recalls the principal mentioning a meeting that would happen by day's end and wonders whether this strange arrangement will be canceled. If so, would she be sent back to her planet? Would she return with everyone still afraid of her? At one point, more students approach. One expresses curiosity, another speaks carelessly, questioning her intentions and referencing online rumors about alien invasions and brainwashing. Teradate watches as the crowd pushes boundaries, touching her tail without permission, mocking her presence. Frustration builds until Teradate steps forward, silencing the accusations. She calls out the behavior of judging based on fear and reminds them to treat her as a person, not as a rumor. Afterward, doubts creep in. Teradate questions why she defended the princess so strongly and runs away after apologizing. She recalls the time when she was accused and called a stalker and a scary person because of her build. She feels bad about getting angry and feels the worst. She's about to trip, but the alien girl catches her, lifting Ten into the air. She thanks the princess, but the princess expresses gratitude for Ten-sama's kindness. Ten replies that she doesn't want others to see her as a gloomy person who's always gossiped about. She stepped in because she would have hated it if the same thing happened to her. Yet the alien girl, grateful and touched, reaches for Teradate's hand. She points out that Ten doesn't fear her or treat her differently, and even shared her lunch. She expresses a desire to understand her better, explaining that appearances change based on who observes and how they see the world. Despite the fear, despite the odds, she traveled across galaxies for this connection. Her voice quiet but determined, she asks if, just for now, she would be her fiancé. Not by force, but if he is willing. Teradate, still unsure, begins to understand something new stirring in her. In this vast, infinite universe, a strange girl from a distant star chooses her, and in return she chooses not to run away. With a soft smile, she asks to be called Lulu. She wants to know more about the one who found her, and Teradate quietly agrees. 1 month earlier, a UFO quietly descends into Tokyo Bay, Japan. News spreads across the planet. The one who disembarks is no ordinary visitor. She is a princess from the distant planet Anakamula, arriving as part of an interplanetary exchange initiative. Teradate, sitting at home, watches the footage on his phone, blinking slowly as the news washes over her. In the background, the soft sound of luggage wheels rolls along the floor. Lulu has finished unpacking. She now lives with her. The scene shifts to the school principal, his voice raised with urgency as he insists that Teradate should not carry the weight of such decisions. The concept of engagement, especially forced upon children, is unreasonable. But Teradate's reply is quiet and firm. This is not about the burden. She simply doesn't want things to end before she has the chance to understand Lulu. The principal freezes in surprise. Slowly she agrees, but instructs both Teradate and Lulu to speak up if any trouble arises. As planned, the two begin living together. A classmate nearby comments in disbelief, "This feels like a homestay." A suited man from the association calmly explains that daily life is the best path for deepening emotional bonds. Lulu's belongings are addressed briefly, but Teradate casually waves it off, admitting it was a bit late to mention she couldn't carry much herself. Lulu, ever formal, thanks her. She notes that she's taken one of the unused rooms and asks if that's acceptable. Teradate nods. It's empty, and with his parents working overseas, the house is quiet. A neighbor occasionally checks in, but otherwise she lives alone. She clarifies that there's no tension with his parents. They just rarely return. She mentions that Lulu didn't eat much at lunch and offers a homemade dinner. The aroma fills the kitchen. She serves a carefully prepared dish, and Lulu recognizes it instantly. It's omuris, a dish from Earth that ranks high on her wish list. Teradate smiles softly. She's not sure how well it will taste, but she did his best. Lulu tastes it and reacts with gentle delight. It's far better than she imagined. Another small dream fulfilled. Teradate offers to make Lulu's breakfast and lunch starting the next day. She hesitates, but Ten claims she has her own portable meals. Lulu doesn't want to force the idea, but softly admits she wants to eat what Ten-sama makes. Ten's smile deepens, and she agrees. Lulu responds by asking to help with things other than cooking, anything she can offer in return. She disappears for a moment and returns with something wrapped in cloth. It's food from her home planet. It howls and wriggles. It looks like a creature, not a meal. Teradate's brain refuses to categorize it as edible. Lulu notices her discomfort and explains that this dish is popular back on Anakamula. She brought it because she missed the flavor of her homeland. But after sharing Teradate's lunch and receiving his homemade food, she wants to offer something in return, her culture or gratitude. Teradate, sensing her sincerity, gently declines the dish but asks her to teach her how to make it someday. The next day at school, the teacher hands Teradate something for Lulu, saying the principal sent it for the alien girl. Teradate is quietly unsettled. The teacher is their homeroom instructor. Why not give it to Lulu directly? There have been no accidents today, no strange explosions, but she knows why they hesitate. Just then her thoughts are interrupted by Lulu's huge presence and is startled. Lulu has bought bento as it's lunchtime. Teradate's thoughts wander back to the events of the previous day, the floating objects, the sudden surges of energy. Lulu explains it now. The floaty things were a manifestation of a rare royal ability. Only those with Andecamulan royal blood can produce it. Yesterday's chaos was triggered by her nerves. She hadn't shown the ability to the Friendship Association either. It was meant to stay hidden. She apologizes and asks Teradate to keep it secret. She nods. Even though she used it to save her, she wants no praise. Just then, the sound of commotion rises from a group nearby. A few students are gathered under a tree, arguing about something stuck in the branches. Teradate and Lulu walk closer. A ball is wedged in the tree, out of reach. Lulu tries to reach it but fails. Teradate steps in, climbing up with her help, but her embarrassed. She hasn't been carried like this in years. The ball eventually falls, and they hand it back to the relieved students. Lulu's composure remains gentle. Teradate, flushed and awkward, rushes it off. As they walk away, Teradate hesitates and finally asks if all of this, living together, learning about each other, really matters. Lulu responds with calm sincerity. She doesn't want to be someone others fear. Having one person who understands her makes a difference. There's a wide space between being alone and being quietly seen. Teradate has shown her that difference. As the only Andecamulan on Earth, she knows she must make the effort herself to change how others see her. Just as Teradate reflects on how Lulu handles her days with quiet strength, someone steps forward. It's Megu-sama, the girl who had spoken badly of Lulu earlier. She hesitates, then apologizes sincerely. She admits her words were born from fear and amusement, not understanding. Teradate listens quietly, then accepts her apology. Lulu, too, responds with grace. She tells Megu that being spoken out of kindness matters. Megu says she was just buying a drink and figured it was time to apologize properly. The mood softens. Teradate reflects on how open and honest these exchanges are. He realizes he forgot to eat his lunch in all the excitement. Time is still on their side, and there's still a moment to enjoy what remains of the day. It has been a week since Lulu arrived and things seem less awkward than before. Teradate offers Lulu to go shopping with her. Lulu walks through the automatic doors of an Earth supermarket for the first time, her eyes wide with wonder. She marvels at the brightly lit aisles and neatly arranged products, her voice soft as she observes her surroundings. Teradate, walking beside her, remains quiet, mindful not to cause any trouble since they were granted special permission for this opportunity. She knows how rare this opportunity is. The visit is nothing extravagant, just shopping for dinner, but even a simple grocery store feels like an adventure when shared with someone from another world. Teradate recalls Lulu mentioning that she might need permission from the Friendship Association for outings beyond school grounds. Anticipating this, she had already sought and secured approval from both the school and the store. She reassures her, but also gently offers her the choice to decline if she's uncomfortable. She responds with sudden energy, eager to join her, rushing to prepare herself. Teradate hadn't expected such enthusiasm, but it makes her smile. As they explore the store, Lulu becomes fascinated by the vast variety of ingredients lining the shelves. Every section is a new discovery, and she hesitates at nearly every display. Teradate encourages her to take her time. They come across hot cake mix, and Lulu becomes enamored with its cute packaging. She suggests they try making it together tomorrow, which fills her with excitement. Teradate curiously asks whether Andecamulan has stores like this. Lulu says they do, though she's never visited one herself, which makes sense given her royal status. She admits to having once snuck out of her castle to enjoy food at a street vendor. Teradate, amused, understands the desire. She seems both delicate and daring, a contrast he quietly admires. Suddenly, a small child tugs at the hem of Lulu's clothes. It's a little girl who finds Lulu's pink attire adorable. Lulu responds gently, and the girl, named Mina, says she came with her Oni-chan, but begins to cry when she realizes they got separated. Teradate steps in, gently comforting her. She suspects Mina may have followed Lulu out of curiosity and is now lost. The girl clings to Teradate, seeking safety. She and Lulu decide to help. They reassure Mina, clean her tear-streaked face, and guide her back through the store to search for her sibling. Not long after, a girl rushes toward them, embracing Mina tightly and apologizing in relief. The lady turns and immediately recognizes Lulu, surprised and slightly embarrassed. She explains that although they're in different classes, they attend the same school and couldn't forget what happened during the gymnasium assembly. The woman expresses her gratitude for watching over her sister. Though the moment was brief, she insists it meant a lot. Teradate brushes it off politely, and Mina quietly offers her thanks. Before leaving, the woman mentions they'll see each other at school, leaving both Lulu and Teradate in good spirits. As they return home, Lulu glances at the groceries they brought and realizes she forgot to ask the girl's name. Teradate reminds her there wasn't time. She agrees, hoping they'll meet again. Back at the dinner table, Lulu repeats her thought. She regrets not asking the older sister's name. Teradate once again comforts her, saying they'll see her at school and can ask then. He offers to serve her dinner. Lulu smiles quietly, her thoughts drifting. After dinner, Lulu calls out softly to Teradate and thanks her. She's momentarily confused, thinking she's referring to the food. But she clarifies, it's not about the meal. She's thankful for the entire day. Every moment on Earth is a new experience for her, full of unfamiliar emotions and discoveries. She reflects that even the smallest misstep might cause Earthlings to fear her, and with that fear, her freedom would shrink. Outings had never even crossed her mind before today, but now they feel precious. She admits that today was truly fun, thanks to Teradate's quiet persistence. She realizes she may have pushed her into it, knowing she would never suggest it herself. She pretends to shrug it off, but deep down, she knows her smile makes it all worthwhile. Lulu gently expresses her desire to go shopping with her again someday. When she sees her smile, it makes her heart feel full. He wonders if this is truly okay, this strange, peaceful closeness between them. As dinner winds down, Lulu offers her something new, a mysterious food from her planet. It's raw, and she assures her it's delicious even when uncooked. She invites her to try it just as it is.